The United States wrestling community has lost one of its most passionate advocates and tireless builders of the sport. Bevilacqua, a legendary figure whose influence spanned from local youth mats to international wrestling campaigns, passed away on Sunday at the age of 85. His death leaves a profound void, not only in USA Wrestling, where he was a longtime leader, but in every gym, tournament, and community that benefited from his decades of service. Known universally as Coach Bev. Bevilacqua's career in wrestling was defined by an unwavering belief in the sport's power to change lives. His journey began on Long Island, New York, where he coached high school wrestling teams to success and inspired young athletes to strive for excellence on and off the mat. A fierce advocate for opportunity and access, he believed wrestling should be for everyone, regardless of background, gender, or financial means. His work at the grassroots level eventually led him to leadership roles within USA Wrestling, where his impact grew exponentially. Bevilacqua championed youth development programs, pushed for the expansion of women's wrestling, became a key strategist in the international fight to keep wrestling in the Olympic Games in 2013. It's a campaign that ultimately succeeded, in no small part due to his relentless advocacy. Colleagues and friends describe him as a man of boundless energy and conviction. Whether he was meeting with Olympic officials, visiting a small-town wrestling room, or cheering Mott's side at a high school meet, Bevilacqua brought the same enthusiasm, warmth, and determination. His achievements were recognized with induction into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame, along with numerous service awards. But to Bevilacqua, accolades were never the goal. His satisfaction came from watching athletes develop not just as wrestlers, but as leaders, students, and community members. He measured success in the lives he touched, not the titles collected. Bevilacqua was also a dedicated mentor to coaches. Many who lead programs today credit him with giving them the knowledge, confidence, and encouragement to take on leadership roles. He had a knack for seeing potential in people before they saw it in themselves, and he never hesitated to pick up the phone to offer advice, share resources, or connect someone with an opportunity. Even in his later years, long after many would have retired from the grind of travel, events, and advocacy, Bevilacqua stayed active. He attended national championships, hosted clinics, and supported local and national initiatives aimed at growing participation in the sport. His presence, always upbeat, sometimes fiery, and forever committed, was a constant reminder of what it meant to love wrestling. Funeral arrangements have been announced, and the wrestling community is expected to gather in large numbers to honor his life and legacy. Viewings will take place Wednesday in Massapequa, New York. Friends, family, former athletes, coaches, and wrestling supporters will have the chance to pay their respects. A funeral mass will be held Thursday in Massapequa, followed by interment. The family has encouraged donations to wrestling development programs in lieu of flowers, reflecting Bevilacqua's lifelong mission to expand access to the sport he loved. Tributes have already poured in from across the nation. Former wrestlers have shared stories of how Coach Bev's encouragement pushed them to achieve more than they thought possible. Fellow coaches have spoken about his influence on their own careers. USA Wrestling officials have praised his decades of leadership, calling him a pillar of the wrestling community, whose vision will continue to guide the sport. While his passing marks the end of a remarkable chapter. The story of Bevilacqua's life will continue in the athletes he inspired, the programs he built, and the countless people he mentored. Wrestling in America is stronger, more inclusive, and more deeply rooted because of his efforts. As the wrestling mats across the country roll out for another season, many will remember that behind every match, every young wrestler's dream, and every program striving for excellence, there is a little bit of Coach Bev's spirit, urging them to work harder, believe in themselves, and give back to the sport. Bevilacqua may be gone, but his legacy will wrestle on.